See, I'm not a believer in telekinesis, right?
Yeah.
Because that's when you can move objects. What you're telling me now,
it's real. It's real.
I asked you that.
It's real.
Me and Dre had a house. We had an argument at the house like fucking 20 years ago. He was like, people used to make objects move and that kind of shit. And it was like, no, like, well, why they can't do this shit now? That's what we was arguing about.
We've been disconnected from our true selves. So this is real. So the telekinesis is real. Now scientists discover how to actually enhance it to where we can actually make it work in real time and train the brain to do it. And they've even been able to remote control other people. So they have two guys, one person in one room, one person in another room. One person's blindfolded, but has a remote control in his hand. The other person is not blindfolded, looking at a game on the screen, but doesn't have a remote. And they were able to make a mind link. So the guy who can see the screen is controlling the hands of the guy that can't see the screen in two different rooms, completely disconnected, all just by consciousness. And so we have all these abilities that actually exist. We just aren't aware that we can tap into these abilities. They're all there. We have billions of magnetite crystals in our brains. We're supposed to navigate GPS of the magnetic field of the earth, but yet still we got to use a GPS in the car.
Yeah.
We should be like the turtles and the birds that flock and the turtles that swim back to the nesting beaches. And they took a guy and they put him in a room with a giant bar magnet and put an EEG cap on to see if they can see if the magnetite crystals were activated. When they moved the bar magnet around the room, the crystals in our brain reoriented to the magnetic field, but he still couldn't tell it was happening. We've been so disconnected from our true nature, who we truly are, and the powerful beings, these avatars that we have. We've forgotten just about everything. Graham Hancock said it the best. Humans are a species with amnesia. And all that's coming out now and all this information, even that I'm giving you, it's only us beginning to just remember. These are remembrances. Yeah. So every single moment that we're thinking, we have the ability to change the future, right? So I came up with this formula, CT multiplied by A equals M. That's conscious thought multiplied by action equals manifestation. It's my formula, yeah.
Give that again, please.
CT multiplied by A equals M. That's conscious thought multiplied by action. Action alone isn't enough. You have to multiply that action. Yeah. And at the end of that, you get a manifestation. And so all the knowledge that we have and the ability to act on it gives us the ability to change the future. When people say to me, what do you do for a living? I say, well, the short answer is I create ripples in the space-time continuum that alter future realities in the third dimension.
That ain't short, but I get what you're saying.
Well, it's better than saying I'm a producer, I'm a writer, I'm an actor, I create this. It's a lot of stuff. But if I say that, I'm telling you, I'm a time traveler. Right. That's what I do. In other words, you had a conscious thought. I'd like to get Billycarson on the podcast, right? Then you said, okay, you took some action, but you multiplied the action. I don't need you to look it up. You find me. You got the guy to call me. You got him sending my daughter emails. I got DMs. Yeah. Now we're texting. That's multiplied action. The manifestations, I'm sitting here in your studio right now. See? We're all doing that.